Hi there, it's Howard the Condo Man, and this video will be a little bit controversial. It is about why the lawyer's status certificate review is not enough. So, as most condo buyers are aware, I would hope, pretty standard practice in purchasing a condominium is that the lawyer reviews what's called the status certificate for the building. The status certificate is a document that shows the current standings of the condominium corporation. It shows if there are any special assessments. It shows if there are any legal actions by or against the condominium corporation. It also shows if there's a shortfall in what's called the reserve fund, so the money in savings for the building. And standard protocol is you make an offer on a condo. It's conditional on your lawyer reviewing the status certificate. Your lawyer will review the status certificate. He'll say, yes, the building's in good standings, or no, it's not. And then the buyer will either waive the condition of status certificate review, or they won't proceed with the offer and won't waive the condition. There's also something in the middle where they can renegotiate where there's an issue, like a special assessment on the building. So why is it not enough? And again, this is pretty much what almost every client does, what almost every agent does, and actually what I've done for a lot of my career, to be fair. So the reason why it's not enough is because that status certificate review the lawyer does, it's very generic. They look for certain items in the status certificate, and they're really not looking beyond that. Consumers have this perception that lawyers know much, much more than realtors or know everything or protect them from everything. Um, some lawyers will try and protect you from everything in certain circumstances, but it's certainly not the case with a real estate lawyer. They're not paid enough, so they don't have enough time to go into detail. So all they do is look for certain paragraphs. Is there a special assessment? Is there a deficiency in the reserve fund? Is there a lawsuit? They'll look for those three things, and it's pretty simple to see. You can see it yourself by reading a status certificate. But where most lawyers fail and where you can do your own due diligence is you can actually talk to property management, and property management can sometimes give you a clearer picture of what's actually going on in the building. In particular, if you find that there's an issue in the status certificate, I suggest going that extra step, going to see property management in person and just asking, why is there a special assessment? Why is there a deficiency in the reserve fund? You can get a much more detailed answer and understand what's actually happening, which will put you in a better position to negotiate or understand the building that you're going to be purchasing in. I'm going to give you a great example of where a status certificate review would not have been as good as talking to management in a very recent deal of mine. So recently I had clients that bought let's just say it's 361 and 373 front. It's called Matrix. And the status certificate review, it had, there was a deficiency in the reserve fund, but that was fine. They were going to top it up. The status certificate explained reasonably well how the building would adjust to it. But we went to property management anyways to ask about it. And property management not only gave us the explanation that completely clarified how the money would come back to the reserve fund, but they also told us about another issue with a fire. I think it was a fire door. It had something to do with the fire equipment, anyways, that they had to replace at a cost of $500,000 that wasn't in the status certificate yet, and it wouldn't appear for a couple of months. So, had we not gone to property management, we would have never found out about that. And actually, we were able to get a discount on the price, which you call an abatement, from the sellers after finding out. So, that's where going to that level can help you make a more informed decision. And again, lawyers in general are not going to do that. So that's an extra step in purchasing a condo that most people are not aware of. If you're looking for a condo or you're looking to sell, please email me, howard@howardthecondoman.com, or text me 647-892-6636. I'm happy to provide you with my expertise and guidance to get you through the process. Cheers. Have a great day.